Okay, and we're live. Think we are good. Right. So, I hope everyone's doing well, Pokemon fam, YouTube fam. So, guys, here we go. We have another guide that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys and direct you guys fully in this full guide of how to sell on TCG Player. And it's a full guide of how to pretty much do it step by step of, sorry, that's my phone, guys. Step by step of how to basically be a pretty good seller on TCG Player. Not basically show you the basic steps, but also just show you success, how to be successful at it. I've gotten a lot of feedback from people that take more interest of doing TCG Player, fully doing TCG Player rather than doing eBay, because eBay and TCG Player are similar but different in a lot of different ways. So yeah, I'm excited to share this one with you guys. I don't know how long this is going to be. This can be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Who knows? But go ahead, and I hope you guys are either listening to this as a podcast form or actually watching this and take notes, because I have my monitor in front of me. I'm going to show you guys a monitor and show you everything that I wrote in this Word document. And you guys are feel free to take notes if you guys want to, or take photos or anything like that. And we'll get right ahead and get started with everything. So we'll go ahead and go over to my screen, my monitor, really quick. And it's been a while since I've done this. I love doing these guides because it just gives me time to really take my time and show you guys exactly pretty much what I'm pretty much doing. And if you guys want to replicate what I'm doing, that's fine. If you don't, then you guys can go your own path and find something different to do, right? So let's go ahead and make the screen a little bit. Hold up. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so here we go. I want you guys to see my Word document. And you guys can still hear me. Good. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger, I would say. Let's make this a little bigger so you guys can see that. Perfect. All right. So before we get into this list right here, before we get into this Word document, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys my metrics. I like showing you guys my own metrics in like every video because I don't want you guys to think I'm BSing you guys. If you guys know me, if you guys are new to this channel, I'm a person who doesn't want to BS you guys. I don't want you guys to think I'm lying to you guys or I'm just pulling your leg or anything like that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you metrics really quick. So on TCG Player, I've done about, this is my first year on TCG Player. I've done about 412 sales lifetime on here. Now, my TCG Player is my second platform that I use. It's not my main one. Obviously, my main one is my eBay, which is I've sold about 1.2k items on my eBay. So just to show you guys some metrics, so I have proof behind me to give you guys this information, and that way I'm not, you guys don't think I'm BSing you guys. So here we go. Let's get into this guide. So here we go. First things first. Number one. You're not going to be good at TCG Player. You're going to suck at TCG Player until you reach level 4. Okay? If you're not level 4, don't watch this video. Okay? If you're not level 4 yet on TCG Player, do not watch this video. Okay? I made another separate video a long time ago of how to reach level 4 on TCG Player. But this stuff's not going to work if you're not a level 4. You have to become a level 4. Okay? The reason why you have to be level 4, guys, is because when you become a level 4, you end up being on the main page on every single listing. Now, back up, because I know there's a lot of people are going to refute just basically refute that and say, well, the lowest list or the lowest price ends up going first. That's half true, okay? But if you guys go on TCG Player, right, and you guys look at the listings, right, the listings are going to show whatever price you see, right? Then below it's going to say free shipping up to $5. You don't have that feature until you are level 4. Until you have that feature, they're going to put your listing on the back of all the 100 pages on every single listing or every single card. They will put your listing on the very back. It doesn't matter if it's lowest listing. It doesn't matter if you list it at a penny. It doesn't matter if you're listing at a penny for the most expensive card. They will move your stuff all the way in the back until you have that feature unlocked. which is the feature I just told you, which is the free shipping up to $5. You don't have that until you're level 4. You have to achieve that. You have to achieve that basically at level. You'll achieve that at level 4. You have to achieve that. If you don't have that, if you're below level 4, do not watch this video. Okay, I just want to make that point clear because I've had a lot of people that have argued with me that it's lowest listing. Doesn't matter what level you are. Okay, that's not true. That is absolutely false. Actually, I would say it's a little true, but mostly false. Right? So level 4, you have to become level 4. There is no other option. Okay. Number 2, supplies. Okay. If you guys don't know your supplies, well, I'm giving you guys the supplies that you need. Okay. The supplies that you need for every single sale that you get. Okay. You're gonna need an envelope. You're gonna need a team bag. You're gonna need a top loader. You're gonna need a penny sleeve, and you're gonna need forever stamps. Okay. That is the list you're going to need. Okay. I get my supplies off of Amazon. I buy my envelopes off of Amazon. I buy my team bags off Amazon. I buy my top loaders, my penny sleeves, and I get my forever stamps at the post office. Okay, you're not gonna be able to get a discount on forever stamps. You're gonna have to buy the forever stamps literally at the market price at the post office. I mean, unless you want to go on, I don't know, you want to go on eBay or something, or you want to go on Amazon and try to like find forever stamps. You know, that could be a little sketchy because people like the scam. You may end up finding people that just send you, fake stamps. I'd rather just go to the post office. That way I know exactly what I'm buying for my stamps, and I'm not, entangled in BS because I'm trying to, save pennies and stuff like that, right? So that's exactly what you need. Okay. You're not going to be successful if you don't have this list of supplies. Okay. So I buy all my stuff on bulk on Amazon. This is exactly what I use on every single sale. If I have multiple sales in like if I have multiple items in one sale, depending on what the card is, if it's more than $1, if the card is worth more than $1, I will use a top loader, right? If it's multiple items. If it's below $1, then I'll just only put in a penny sleeve. And I will organize it in a way where the team bag and the top loader are still protecting the card that's less value, right? If it's multiple items. But that's irrelevant, right? I can share that in a different video. Okay. You don't need to really know that right now. Okay. This is the basics. You need those supplies. Okay. If you want to get good feedback, people want their cards to be protected. Get those supplies. I get them off Amazon. Buy them as a bulk, right? And those are your supplies that you're gonna need for your sales. Okay. Now, let's talk about the fees. Okay, number 3. TCGPlayer, I done the math, okay? For TCG Marketplace, they take 17% on fees. Yes, that's very expensive. Yes, that's a lot, okay? This is why I tell you guys that I think eBay, in my opinion, eBay is better. Because eBay, once you become a top rated seller, right? You go from being 15%, because that's the regular fee for everybody that's not a top rated seller on eBay. But once you become a top rated seller, your selling fees end up becoming like 12, 13% total, right? On the fees, right? TCGPlayer, 17%, okay? Now, that's going to be high, but I can understand why TCGPlayer has that much. The reason why it's that much is because TCGPlayer is actually pretty efficient. When you're listing cards, guys, I can list 100 cards in an hour. Probably less than that on TCGPlayer. It takes me about pretty much like an hour to list like maybe 20, 25 cards on eBay. Whereas on TCGPlayer, it should take you it should take you on average to list 3 cards per minute. It's very simple, very easy. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you guys in a different video of how to listing strategies to have, list more and save time. So, but anyways, 17% on fees. That's not including stamps. So you include the stamps on there, you're looking at about maybe 19, maybe 20% on fees. That's a lot, right? But for what you're getting off of TCGPlayer, you're able to list mass amounts of cards in a very short period of time. It's worth it. Okay. So there's no other way around the 17%, guys. Okay. There's no other way around it. Okay. If you guys don't like that, then find a different platform. You have Whatnot. You have eBay. you have Macari, you have all these places, Poshmark, whatever. You have all these places, all these platforms. You can even start your own store. You can, you guys want to know pretty much no listings at all? Start a Shopify store. You guys don't have to do organic marketing on social medias like Twitter, IG, TikTok. There's so many different avenues, but you have to pick which one is your style. Okay. So 17%, that's going to be your fee on everything. Okay. Now, let's talk about listing. How much you should be listing realistically every single day or every single week. Realistically, you should be listing at least 20 cards a day or 140 once a week. Okay, if you total up 20 cards times 7 days a week, that's going to be $140 or $140. That's going to be 140 cards for the week. Okay, so you don't have to do 20 cards a day. You can do 140 in one day for the whole week. Okay, once a week. You can do it that way. I kind of like doing it the way where I'm doing 140 in one day just because I don't have time to do 20 a day. Just because life is busy and everything like that, I'd rather just do it all in one day. It takes me about 6 to 8 hours to do 140 on my eBay, but you can knock out 140 in like 2 hours on TCG Player. That's no bit. That's easy, right? So, yeah, that's what you should aim for your listing goals. 20 a day. That should be your listing goals. Okay. Next one, you should maintain your inventory at 1,000 cards. Okay. So your inventory needs to be abundant. Okay. People are not going to shop on your store if you only have 50 cards, right? On your page, right? We can go on my page, for example, if we can find it. You know, you want to basically, um, you should, let me just look this up really quick. Rodent B. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice today. Um, yeah, my voice is killing me today. My throat's a little sore today. Um, but yeah, you should maintain 1,000. Like I said, you know, people want to see an abundance. They want to see options, all right? They want to see options. Okay? When you give people more options, they're going to buy more from you. So, maintaining 1,000, at least 1,000 cards in your inventory is going to be very key to your success. I can't find my name on here. I still don't really know how to utilize TCG Player to the fullest that I should, but I can't find it. Okay, so this is I just wanted to show you guys my store, but I guess I'm not gonna be able to show it to you guys. That sucks. Yeah, I guess I can't really show you guys. Maybe I'm on the 6th page. Yeah, because I don't know how to get from, I don't know how to show my store. I don't know how to show it. Anyways, so I just wanted to show you guys my store, but it's kind of just relevant. Okay, here I am, right here. Okay, this is me. This is me right here. Okay, now look at my stuff that I have. Okay, I have how many items does this tell you that I have? Okay, so it tells you I have 1,100 things showing, which is kind of low. I don't know why it's only showing 1,100. I have way more inventory than that. I have about 1,800, I'd say. But as you guys can see, I have 48 pages worth of cards to give people options to buy, stuff from me. So, yeah, you want to have at least 1,000 uh cards in your inventory. Give people more options. You want people. The goal is, guys, you want people to buy more than one item from your store. You want people to buy multiple. The more people that buy multiple, your shipping's gonna be a lot lower. Okay. If you're selling only one card per or one card per sale, your shipping's gonna be a lot more than if it was just 5 cards, on one order. You're only doing like pretty much one shipping label or one stamp or 2 stamps at most for like 5 cards, let's say, for example. So having 1,000 cards in your inventory just gives the buyers more options to buy pretty much what they're looking for. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's just my opinion. Yeah, you need at least 1,000 cards to maintain, and yeah, or more. More is always better, but 1,000 should be your baseline. So here we go. Let's talk about some more controversy. List your cards at market price, not lowest price. Okay. This one bothers me the most because people still give out advice on YouTube, in groups, Reddit groups, and all that stuff. People are always saying, list your card at lowest price so you can get more sales. Guys, this really bothers me. Okay. You need to list your cards at market price. Okay? Because let me tell you guys, when you list it at market price, the lowest price that you guys go on each listing is going to be the lowest price pretty much. Nine times out of 10, the lowest price on every listing, most listings, is going to be the market price. So if you, let's say for example, let's say you have a card that's worth $1, right? Let's say it's worth $1, and let's say you just want a quick sale because you're just itchy for the sale, right? So you list that card for 10 cents, right? Plus shipping and all that stuff. Sure, you're gonna get the sale right away. Someone's gonna snatch that. But you're being impatient. You're losing out on so much money if you sell this way. Imagine having 1,000 cards in your inventory where you're selling at the lowest price because you're in a hurry to get rid of your cards. Okay? This is horrible. This is horrible. Okay? I don't know who started this lowest price um, trend. Do not listen to those people. Please stay away from those people. Listed at market price, guys. Because guess what? When you list it at market price, most often, sorry guys, my dog's barking. I gotta shut the door really quick. Oh, this dog. Yeah. So, like I said, back to my point. When you list it at market price, guys, most of the times people will go on your store. People will click on your actual store when they find um, a certain card that they like. They may click on your store. Then they'll go on your store and be like, "Oh, I need that card, I need this card, I need that card." Next thing you know, you just sold 4 or 5 cards to one individual. Okay, and you just got yourself a good killer sale, right? That's the goal. That is the goal of having market price because sure, yeah, if you don't have that lowest price, it may take a little while to sell some of your cards. But once it basically it opens up the potential for you to have a higher, um, having a higher, what's it called, dollar amount on each sale, right? So don't be in a hurry to rush and sell all your stuff and listen at a penny. It's so stupid to me, right? Don't do that. Market price will take care of you. Okay, if you have 1,000 cards in your inventory, guys, people are going to go on your store and select a few items from your store. If you have that at market price, guys, on every single card, doesn't matter what it is, you're gonna get some really good high dollar amount sales. Okay, so keep that in mind. Do not list, do not ever lowball your own cards. Recipe for disaster, that's a great way for you to go under. So keep that in mind. So, next one, your card inventory. So let's talk about this. This is very important. Okay. Now, your card inventory, guys, needs to be quality over quantity. Okay. You can have up to 1,000 cards, guys, but if it's all just commons and uncommons, guys, that are worth like a penny, it's gonna be really hard to grow. I'm telling you that right now. It's gonna be really, really hard to grow. Your goal, this is for Pokemon because I know Magic's gonna be different, and I know Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna be different. Okay, but this is mainly for Pokemon, right? Pokemon, you should pretty much try to avoid your as best as possible of selling commons and uncommons. Okay, because commons and uncommons, like I said, they're like worth a penny. They're not worth anything. Okay, very low end cards, and they're really annoying. Okay, so you want to have cards that are hollows, reverse hollows, V's, EXs, full arts, alternate arts, right? Okay, like I said, avoid commons and uncommons, okay? So, hollows and reverse hollows are very nice. I love hollows and reverse hollows because you can get so many of them. And like the average price for like a reverse, like a hollow and a reverse hollow is like 15 to 20 cents plus shipping, which can be like $1.30, $1.40, something like that, right? Um, so you know, and then you have your V's and your EXs. Your V's and your EXs, depending on which ones they are, they can be 50 cents, up to 50 cents, or up to $1, right? On some of them. And if you have a lot of those, people will buy those cards. And like I said, guys, remember my point. Like I just said, you list it at market price. You have a lot of V's in your inventory, like a lot of V cards. Someone might come across a V card that they need, but they'll click your store and be like, okay, well, wow, this person has 10 V cards that I need. Oh, I might as well just buy it. Next thing you know, you have yourself a $20 sale. You have a $20 sale because someone saw that you have a an abundance of inventory on your store. So that's what I'm saying, guys. When you have those cards, they all add up very quick over time. Same thing with the EXs, the new Scarlet and Violet EXs, right? Those can be anywhere from 50 cents to a dollar, sometimes a few dollars on some of them. And obviously, you have your high end cards, which is your full arts and your alternate arts. Full arts can go anywhere from like $3 to $5, $10. And then alternate arts can go from 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 100, 200, $300 on those very, very high end cards. So I really think, having commons and uncommons, you should try your best to stay away from those because it's just like, it's annoying, guys. It's like, imagine you only do that, right? Let's say you just only obtain commons and uncommons, right? And you sit like that's your inventory. And imagine someone orders 100 cards from you and they're all worth only a penny. And the total amount for the entire order ends up being like $3 for 50 cards. You get what I'm saying? It's just like like $3 is not worth packing 50 common cards or 100 common cards, right? Because you got to obviously pay your fees, you got to pay your shipping, and everything like that. And it's just like, don't forget don't forget your supplies too. All that added up, guys, to me, it's just not worth it. Okay, so basically, you want to sell pretty much right here. This is your sweet spots right here, guys. Hollows, reverse hollows. Okay, you can go on eBay, guys. People are liquidating hollows and reverse hollows like it's candy. There's people on there that are liquidating like 5,000 hollows and reverse hollows on eBay. I've seen it. Okay, I've been tempted to buy some. Okay, and it's at a very good price. Very good price. Unfortunately, my inventory, I don't have space really. I have to create more space in my upstairs house to store that. But you can get a hold of these pretty well, and everything like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one because I'm gonna go ahead and tie it up. I know there's gonna be a lot of questions of okay, how do I obtain these cards? Because obviously, open up sealed product is like a hit or miss. Sometimes you're gonna flip the booster box you buy or the collector box you buy or the ETB that you buy, right? But I'm pretty much gambling because at the same time I'm like, okay, I'm not flipping what I'm basically. We'll get into all that. We'll get into all that because I know that's gonna be like your major question. So let's go on, move on to number 8. Number 8 is if you are only selling on TCG Player. Okay, let's say you're not doing eBay, you're not doing Poshmark, you're not doing Mercari, you don't have your own Shopify store, you're not doing any of that. You're just pretty much doing TCG Player. You're just a full mercenary on TCG Player. That's all you're doing, right? I think if you're doing full TCG Player on its own, I think having 10,000 listings or more is going to put you in a very, very, very great spot, especially if you have, like I said, hollows, reverse hollows, V's, EXs, full arts, and alternate arts, and that ends up becoming a majority of your inventory, right? Sure, you have some commons and uncommons, but it's like only like 10% of your store, right? 10% of your inventory. You have 10,000 listings, guys, and mind you, 10,000 listings does not happen overnight. It takes a long time to build your inventory. It could take anywhere from a year, 2, 3, 4 years to build a 10,000 listing, inventory on TCG Player. Very hard to do. It's easier said than done. But that should be your main goal, lifetime goal. Obviously, more is better, but I'm telling you right now, if you have more than 10,000 listings on your TCG Player, guys, and you're making about at least 10% profits, right? I always say at least 10%, right? But there's gonna be some times where you're making some pretty, a lot better profit margins than that. Sometimes you'll make 15%, 17% there, 15% there, 18% there, 20% there, right? But 10% should be your main goal. 10%, okay? If you're doing 10% on 10,000 listings, guys, and your inventory is like 100K worth of inventory, you're making at least 10, 15%. you're walking away with 15k extra in your in your monthly expense or in your income, I would say, right? Or money that you save up or money, whatever the case may be. Or you may be able to do this full time where you're making 30 grand, 40 grand, 40, 50 grand, 50, 60 grand profit, right? That's a livable salary. You can live off of that. So anyways, so let's move on to the last two, okay? So here we go. I don't want to get too much wrapped into this ninth point, but fulfill your own orders 100% of the time because everyone I know there's a lot of videos out there that are talking about TCG Direct, why they like TCG Direct, and blah 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 blah. I don't know much about TCG Player Direct, but it's pretty from what I've read, right? I would say it's self-explanatory of what TCG Player Direct is. I think TCG Player Direct is trash. The reason why it's trash, let me tell you why it's trash. Because TCG Player tries to make it seem like, okay, well, you're doing all these sales, you're doing all this volume, you can't keep up, right? And why not? How come TCG Player just offers the fulfillment on their side, and they offer that feature to you, basically, where TCG Player will fulfill your orders for you, right? So here's why I'm not a fan of that because one, when you outsource your operation to a company or a person, it's either you're going to pay that person if you hire an employee, or if you hire the platform to do it for you, you're going to pay a hefty fee. Do you know what the fee is, guys, for TCG Player Direct? It's 50%. I think anything above $5 is what I understood about the TCG Player. Or for TCG Player Direct, any orders above $5, TCG Player takes half of it. So let's say you get an order. Let's say you sell a very expensive alternate art, right? Let's say you sell like a $60 alternate art, right? You got your 17%, you got your stamps, whatever the case, or your label rather. And TCG Player takes half of that too. So not only do you pay 17% and the stamp or the label, right? But they're going to take half. So that $60 order minus 17%, minus the label, minus TCG Player taking half, what are you gonna be left with? $20, pretty much. So you've basically lost like almost 70% of the value of the card, right? So that's why I'm not a fan of TCG Player Direct. And I know TCG Player tries to like advertise that, oh, you outsource that to us, gives you more time to build your business, yada yada yada. It's not worth it. Fulfill your own orders. Do your operation at 100% at your own supervision. Do not outsource your operation to anyone or any platform unless you're hiring an employee that is under your operation. Okay. Most times you're not going to need to hire an employee because it's pretty simple to do all this by yourself unless you have like 50,000 like cards listed, right? If you have 50k cards listed, it's a full-time gig, man. You're going to need all the help you're going to get, pretty much, I would say. But I mean, people can manage doing it by themselves if they have 50k listings and they're doing like 500 orders a day. I know that's crazy, but yeah. So, anyways, that's my opinion on TCG Player Direct. Do not do TCG Player Direct. It's not worth it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's just my opinion. Last one: have fun, learning from your mistakes, analyze your mistakes, continue to grow. Just have fun with it, guys. You should definitely pay attention to your own mistakes, learn from your own experience, learn from your own trial and errors, and over time, you should start getting better. You should start sharpening your own sword. Over time, it's gonna be a lot more sharper than it was 6 months ago. Always always continue to learn, right? Always be humble enough to correct yourself. Okay. Bonus. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go ahead and say this again. Sourcing. Okay, I know people are having a hard time sourcing. When you're sourcing, guys, you can source on eBay, Whatnot, IG, suppliers. I just made a supplier video literally like a week ago about how to obtain sealed product at a pretty cheap price. Okay, you can get sealed product. You can get Japanese sealed product, guys, Watch that video because I'm not gonna explain it right here. Okay, but I talk a lot about sourcing, guys, in a lot of my videos. Okay, liquidations. Okay, is there liquidations in your area? That could be an LGS who's liquidating all their stuff. That can be a garage sale where they're getting rid of 10,000 Pokemon cards that they don't want anymore. That can transition from liquidations to Facebook Marketplace. There's literally on Facebook Marketplace there is literally liquidations all the time, guys. Go on your Facebook Marketplace. You'd be surprised um how many what do we call it? How much inventory you can find on Facebook Marketplace, guys, in your area. If you live in Texas, I guarantee you there's a lot of people that want to get rid of their Pokemon cards. Cool. Snatch it up from them, guys. Take it right out of their hands. Guess what? They're probably gonna be getting rid of it at like 80 to 70% of TCG player price. Cool, guys. Find those people and seize those collections or those bulks. Okay. Like I said, don't if it's commons uncommons, stay away from it. Okay. But if you're forced to buy them, make sure you get the V's, the EXs, the full arts, the alternate arts. Okay. And if you're forced to take on a little bit of the commons and uncommons, then it's worth it, right? But if it's just bulk where it's all uncommons and commons, stay away from it, okay? That's just my advice. Stay away from it. Not worth it, okay? Garage sales, guys. Garage sales. There's garage sales all the time, especially if you live in a big state, okay? For me, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas is a very small city. Believe it or not, Las Vegas is very small, okay? All of Nevada, guys, Nevada is, you guys look at the map on the United States, Nevada's a big state. But guess what? You see Las Vegas on the south part of Nevada. This little teeny little city called Vegas. Then the rest of Nevada is all wasteland. Little towns here and there. It's all desert, all wasteland, okay? So when you live in a state, let's say Texas, right? Where it's completely occupied, pretty much the entire state, almost the entire state is occupied by residency. There's probably so much potential of garage sales you can come across. You guys have to be able to. The reason why I'm talking about sourcing right now is because that's the number one question that people keep asking me, and I keep giving you the same answers. And it seems like people are not. I don't know what it is, but people are. I think people are either struggling with this or they just can't accept the fact that they have to put in a little bit more work. The source. You're gonna have to put in work. The source, guys. You're gonna have to get more creative. You're going to have to sacrifice time to find those collections, okay? You're gonna have to find time to find that bulk, okay? And I know people don't want to hear that, right? But unless you have a distributor, okay? And even with distribution, I wouldn't even trust distribution at this point. You guys see all the LGSs that are burning down to the ground from this terrible year of Pokemon, this bear market of Pokemon, right? So it's just like I'm giving you guys the same answers, and I just think people just refuse to accept the reality that it takes work to find inventory. It's part of the operation, guys. Okay? You have to do the work. Okay? That pretty much wraps it up, guys. That is my full guide, that's my full recommendation of how I would do a TCG player full time. I don't do it full time. I do eBay full time. TCG player is just my secondary, but this is how I would do it if I was doing it full time. And take it from me, who has over 400 sales, 400 items, or 400 orders that I've fulfilled this year for TCG Player. I think I would have I'm entitled to have a little bit of feedback and advice to give to you guys, so that you guys can start and implement your own TCG Player journey. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked today's video. I'm always passionate about these videos, and I always love doing these full guides and everything like that. I'm only 30 minutes in, 35 minutes in, so that's splendid. I'm glad that I didn't have to take an hour to do this. So if you guys like today's video, give me a like on this video. Give me a subscription, guys. Go ahead and subscribe on this video. Subscribe to this channel, guys. It means a lot to me. I'm almost at 500 subs. I would love to get to 500 subs. That's a big milestone for me, and then eventually that 1K. So I hope you guys have a great day today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.